So what I'm going to be doing today is demonstrating how to change out a radio on a Toyota RAV4, and the model of the radio is NHDT-W58. And what I will be installing is a Pioneer DEH-X1910UB. Got this one because it has features for the use of the USB and the UX. Basically, that's all I really use, and I'm able to get proper radio signals, AM station, FM station. So this can actually play a lot of stuff, here. MP3, WMA, Wave, and yeah, so on and so forth. But yeah, this is what I am installing. Okay. Okay, guys. Here are the tools that you will need to basically install a radio. Remove the old, install a new one. I basically have two pliers there on the wire stripper, and this is what I use for the cutter. I have a mini flathead, mini Phillips. This is a long flathead, and what I use is my extraction tool, as you will see in the video, with the rubber on the end. Some electrical tape. Here is a ratchet 1/4 inch with a 10mm socket. Here you have a multimeter. Basically, those are the tools. Supplies. This would be the female end for the terminal, and yeah, you would see this one is the male end. The terminal for connecting the terminal leads. So female end. Okay, and basically that's all the supplies I think you would need. I mean, you could throw in there some cable ties. It would go in handy, come in handy at some point. But basically, this is all the stuff you would need. Well, let's get into it. All right, like stated, we are about to remove the panels to be able to get to the screws that holds up the bracket for this radio. Now this part is tricky, and there's all this finish work here is, you wouldn't want to scratch it. I was checking out here, in my own, it seems like someone would have, put a little gouge here, trying to remove the panel before, and so whatever you use to remove the paneling is it's important that it's a soft tip and it has to be durable in order to pop it up. What I'm gonna do is basically I'll use a screwdriver, but what I'll do is I will align this part with some electrical tape to make it scratch resistant. So as I pop up the panel, it would avoid it from getting scratched. So let me go ahead and align the screwdriver with this electrical tape here, and then I will continue recording, showing you how to pop open the panels. All right, so here is it. It's a lot safer now. So here I'm gonna put this screwdriver at this point here, push down and pop up basically, and that would release the bracket. You can see comes straight off. It was held by these same 3 clips here. So this is, I'm gonna rest this here on the side. Basically, let me remove it completely. I love to loosen the connector for the emergency lights. Put that to the side, and then we're gonna go to the other side, do the same thing. Pry under and basically pop up, and that one came loose as well. Okay, so you want to be somewhat gentle with it because you don't want to break it. These things are so flimsy, you know. So that came loose like that, and then the next step would be to remove this front panel face here as well. This can be you have several clips in here, and you just pop it and play with it. You look at it to make sure that nothing is fully in the way, and just check it underneath here, making sure the sides. Okay, you got a little clip here, a little clip on this side right here, and you push it in. All right, comes out. These little clips here were tricky on either side. You gotta push them in, and they would help to come straight off. Now here we have some screws, some bolts there that have to be removed as well. Here I have my ratchet set, 1/4" drive. This is a number 10mm socket. So I just go here and loosen it up on either side. Alright, just now for some of you may have a little extra screws, 2 more, one way in the back here and one way in the back here. For my own, I didn't have them, so for you, you'd have to loosen all of those. So all you got to do is use your hand and tighten it. Okay, that's one there. Don't put the screws too far. If you do, have a challenge looking for them. So it's best to have a little cup or something to rest your screws in so they won't get lost. Just putting them in my tray here. So that's so you see it's loose, easy to pull out. Well, I see here we have a ground terminal. I loosened it earlier, so for me, I'm just gonna pull it off right there and pull the radio out. Usually you would have some wires in the back connected to it. I already loosened those as well. So for me, I just wanted to go back and demonstrate, that procedure of taking it down. And on the side here, you can use, I have here a little stubby screwdriver, and you can take off loosen the screws for the bracket, and just unscrew them. It's four screws actually. So I'm just gonna go ahead and remove these brackets completely from the right side and the left side, and I will get back to you once I'm done with that. So we have here, I'm replacing the radio in a Toyota RAV4 2008. It's challenging finding the schematics, but I was able to pull it up online. The reason I'm doing this video is because I feel as though the information given was so scantily, and just to add to it, to help others that are trying to do this job themselves. So, ready? Pull out the old radio. Let me show you it here. 1 second. It's the old radio. This is Toyota NHDT-W58. So here you look at the back of it, see a bunch of connectors, bunch of terminals over here, which is vital. You see that circular spot there, that's for the antenna. This one, use my finger to point to it. The antenna goes there. This is basically the antenna. Let me pull it up. Where did it go? Alright, this is the antenna. Okay. And then over here you have the two inputs. That's basically for the radio. Got one that is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 terminals on this side, and this one is 6 terminals. So these would be wherever the connector goes from there. It's where you would connect the wires for your new radio. And so these are 2 wires here. Now if you look at the back, basically the 2 top pins over here are for power. One is for AC, the ignition start, and the other one is for the battery. And at the back here, well, the 4th bottom from this side is the ground, which is this brown wire here. And I'm about to, I already cut it, I'm about to put on my connector and make it work. I'm basically using these butt connectors. Well, they're easy to use because all I gotta do is, this is one end and this is the next end, and make it, push them together. Like that, and easy to disconnect for if you decide to go about installing another radio. I'm just gonna connect this and get back to it. Alright, I crimped the female end of the connector terminal onto the ground wire. Over here I did some preps actually for the radio, the new radio that I have. It's a Pioneer. This is the connector for that, and I put on all the male ends already. This black wire here would be the ground, so I'll be connecting that to the brown wire. And then I'm going to move on to the, over here, the yellow wire, connect that, and then the red wire. There. Now, according to this book here, the Pioneer, if you could see it that good, not the best. But anyway, what it says is that the yellow one is for constant 12 volts power supply from the battery, and the red one is for the ignition. Okay, so I'm going to go about connecting those on this. As you can see, battery right here is the yellow, and the red is the one for the basically this gray wire here. The gray wire, and then you have the blue wire from the Toyota. And now, for those people that might have doubts, here I connected my meter, multimeter, ground, black wire to ground. Here I have my red lead on the battery terminal side, which is the blue wire coming from the connector itself. And if you look, you see I have 12.9 volts from the battery. Now, for the ignition, which I said was this gray wire here, It's number 2 on the connector. I'm going to put, right now the car is off, so when I put it on it, you read 0 volts. But what I'll do is I will start the car. Around, connect it back. Here I put it on that for the ignition, and I will get. Okay. All right, here I got the 13.5 volts. Okay. The reason why the voltage increased because you have the alternator, the charging the battery as the car runs. So the voltage jumped from 12.9 to 13.5 volts DC voltage. Okay, so now I'm gonna connect those to the terminals for the Pioneer radio that I'm installing. So my yellow wire here, which is for the battery, 12 volts, I'll connect it to the blue wire back right here, and then the red one right here, just for the ignition, connect to the gray wire here. Okay. Right. So here I connected the terminal on the female, onto the ignition wire. Here, the gray original wire. This red one is for something else. I'm gonna continue connecting the battery wire. Okay. All right. So here I crimped on the female connector for the battery, 12 volts terminal, and I'm gonna move on to connecting the wires for the speakers. So I would have done the ground wire, the ignition wire, and the battery voltage wire. Alright, so now we're going to continue connecting the speaker wires. So on the large terminal block, the last 4 wires, the purple, pink, light blue, and dark blue, those are basically the speaker wires. The purple and the pink, you would have the left front neutral or left front negative wire, which is the purple wire, and then you have the left front positive wire, which is the pink. And then on the other 2, the light blue and the dark blue, the light blue would be the right front positive, and the dark blue would be the right front negative. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the female terminals. Alright, so here we go. I have the female terminals connected for the front speaker wires. This is for the left, this one is for the right, positive and negative. So now I'm going to go on to the connecting the wires for the rear here. So excuse me. So you have the black and the yellow, which are for the rear right, and the white and red for the rear left. So the black is for the rear right positive, and the yellow is for the rear right negative. The red is for the left right positive, and the white is for the rear right negative. So I'm going to go ahead and connect the female terminals for that. Alright, so completed connecting the female terminals for the back speakers. Speakers at the rear of the Jeep. I find it so easy first to put on all the terminal ends. It helps. It doesn't become congested. By trying to connect a wire and all of that. So that's why I use these quick connects as well. I stated earlier, it makes the job a lot cleaner, easy to remove if you plan to connect another radio in the future. Yeah, so we're gonna move on to the next step. All right, yeah. So like I was saying, connecting the wires for the new radio. Yeah, the male ends, push them into the female ends. It's pretty simple. You take the male end and you grab the female end here, and you push it in, hold, and it pops in and locks. So quite simple. So I'm going to do that for all of these terminals, and I'm going to get back to recording. Alright, so I connected all of the terminals. The Pioneer, the purple, is for the right positive and negative. Purple, straight purple, positive. Purple and black is negative. So this is for the right rear. And for the car old radio, the red was positive and the white was negative. This is for the rear right speaker. Okay, for the rear left speaker, the black was the positive and the yellow was the negative. And for the Pioneer, you had the straight green positive and the black and green was the negative. For the front right. Okay, so as I was saying, all right. Once again, as I was saying, the front right, the blue, light blue is the positive and dark blue was the negative. And for the Pioneer speaker, straight gray positive, gray and black is the negative. This is for the front. All right. And for the front left, the pink was positive and purple was the negative. And for the Pioneer, straight white, positive, black, and white, negative. So that would be the end of the connections at the terminals for the power and speaker wires from the old radio to the new radio. It's the terminal here, Pioneer. So I'm gonna plug it in to the radio and see. We'll do a test on it. Okay, make sure everything is functioning. All right. So as you can see, plugged it in and came on. Let's go to radio. All right, we got something going here. Let me try to go to a radio station. Oh, hold on, I didn't plug in the what you call that? Didn't plug in the antenna. All right, we're up and running. Awesome. Plug in the antenna, so we're good to go. All right. So now we're gonna stop and remount the radio in. Okay, so here I was able to mount the brackets for the radio onto the new radio. Here is 2 screws, the right side, and then here you'd see the left side, and the bracket would fit inside the slot provided here. The See the holes line up on either side, and all I have to do is bolt those down, and then that would be mostly the completion of the installation of the radio. All I have to do now is connect the terminals of this radio. Connect it at the back, as I showed earlier during the testing. So that'll go right in here, and I'll tighten the bracket down. All right, so here the radio is in, and what I'm gonna do next is put on this bracket here over it. Goes this way. Okay, so goes in like that. Clips. Okay. And then after that, put in this side panel over here. Just slots right in. And then I will go and reconnect this terminal here for the emergency lights, and then pop this side in. And that basically completes the installation of this radio. Here we see we have a gap. I'll have to purchase a little shelf here to go inside to block this out so no person would see that hole there. But basically, if I hit the button, the radio would power up, and I'll be able to, go in. Just asking me to set the time and all that. I don't have the time on me, but anyway, I'll do that later on. And so let me go to station.
I know, but when Junior them teeth them on things, the prices go up for everyone, and we can hardly afford them things.
92.5 for us in the Bahamas. 93.9. 94.9. 96.1. Let me go to 100 Jams, favorite station of many. Right here. So basically, this process is done. Let me see if I have a flash drive here. No, I don't. Maybe I have it in right. Nope. Anyway, all right, guys, that ends the process of installing a radio. Removing the old Toyota factory radio and putting in a new Pioneer radio. So I hope that this video helps, and I guess if you have any questions, you could give me a shout on the comments, and if you have anything else you'd like for me to show you what to do, let me know, and I will see how best I can help teaching you how to install it. Thanks. See you later.